Right, so it's an equipment review and I'm excited again. I've got a Flightscope product and today I'm going to be reviewing the Flightscope Mevo Plus Dopplar radar for ball and club tracking. Okay, so what's in the box? What do you get? So firstly, I'm a lover of hard cases. You know that from some of my equipment reviews. Why? Because you stuff these things in your golf bag when you go and practice, and it needs to be robust to take a bit of abuse while it's being carried around in the bag. So I like a hard case. It protects the device that's inside. So hard case, new logo, new branding by Flightscope for this year's launch with the Mevos Plus. So look at the device. Wow. So it's the size of a mini iPad, if not slightly smaller. Really, really cool device. So let me bring it over to the camera so you can see it. So you've got your battery life indicators here on the top. You've got the tripod connector there. So you've got a screw in port there at the bottom for your tripod, so you can screw it onto it like a camera tripod. You've got the cradle there, the arm that comes out, which then allows you to balance the device and point it. Bore sight camera, so you can align this device, which makes it unique to the Mevo. This is what you get for Mevo Plus, one of the features, added features for the new device. So bore sight camera, so you can point it at your target. On and off button, USB port on the side for charging. So what does the Mevo Plus give you more than the Mevo? So the same as Mevo: carry distance, club head speed, smash factor, ball apex height, ball flight time, ball speed, ball spin rate, vertical launch angle, and in addition, horizontal launch angle, lateral landing, angle of attack, total distance, roll distance, spin axis, spin loft, and shot shape. So the extra additions that you've got, the fact that you've got horizontal launch angle will help you with club face control when you're practicing. Angle of attack is pretty much give or take low point. So whether you're going to strike the ball on a downward angle or an upward angle generally indicates whether the bottom of the swing arc is behind or in front of the ball. So a great feature to have that for when you're practicing, to help you when you're hitting off of mats, for example, to know that you're striking the ball first and then what would be the turf second. Angle of attack is great. So the other data parameters it gives you obviously will help with its simulation as well, because Mevo Plus is just under £2,000. You get 5 simulated courses on their software package, 17 practice ranges, and a darts mini game as well. I mentioned about the bore sight camera. Is a Wi-Fi connectivity, so it connects via the Wi-Fi, so it creates its Wi-Fi hotspot for you to connect with it with the app or device that you're using to play the software on. So in addition to the device itself, what do you get in the case? You get the angle tool there that helps you get the cradle and its legs set out on the correct angle, so it's pointing correctly. The app does tell you when it's tilted incorrectly, so you can then pull the legs out a little bit more, the leg out, to help it angle it properly so it's looking correctly. And then you've got your charging cable, a microfiber cleaning cloth, and instruction manual there as well. So the Mevo Plus device, really excited to test this, and obviously going to test it against the baby Mevo as well, and then alongside Daddy X3 device. So really cool that I've got the entire new family of Flightscope devices to test. In 2011, I was one of the first pros to purchase and own one of their flagship X2 devices. and then I moved on to X2 Elite, and I now own the flagship X3 model, which I purchased last year. So I'm a very passionate user and believer of the products. I've supported them since pretty much they began with their flagship model, and have used their products for teaching, club fitting over the years as well. So really excited to test the Mevo Plus device and to see how it performs out on the driving range. Obviously it's a device like the Mevo and the X3 that you can use indoors. You put the little spin stickers, the little round metal stickers on the ball to help it work out and calculate the spin measurement on the ball, so then it will give you the saw effect, the height and distance, etc. It'll be much more accurate. So they do advise, if you are using it indoors, to use the little spin dots on the ball. So I'm excited to test this on the driving range and see how it performs. Okay, so we are testing the Mevo Plus. I've got the app, the Flightscope app, running on the iPad. We've got the Mevo Plus on the ground, 8 feet away from the golf ball. Got everything aligned, ready to go. Very, very easy and quick. It's taken me about 5 minutes to set everything up, get the tilt of the device correct, align it with the bore sight camera, which is really cool as well. The alignment camera is something that you get with the Mevo Plus that you don't have on the baby Mevo. So we're ready to go. I'm just going to double check because it times out the device very quickly. So we're going to wake the radar up. We're good to go. Let's hit a few shots. Let's see how we get on. Pretty good strike.
Carry is 153.4 yards.
Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is I've got my Flightscope X3 as well. So probably going to hit some shots a little bit later with the X3 just to check my distances against the two Mevo devices. So we're ready to go for shot 2. Strike was
Carry
okay.
is 154.4 yards.
So obviously we've got the Flightscope app running, as you can see on the screen. You can see the swings being recorded. I'm going to do a quick flick through of that as well, just so you can see the app running, which is really cool. Obviously just need to make sure each time I do pause that the device doesn't time out, but we're good.
Ready. Carry is 153.6 yards. Ready.
Okay, there you go then. So that's the Mevo Plus. Working very easy to set up, easy to align with the bore sight camera. Distances we check against the X3, but so far very, very easy, very simple device. Great device, size of a mini iPad. Tracking your distances, you can hear obviously it calls the distances to you as well, so you don't have to go back to your iPad. You could have that on a tripod, so it picks up a good visual, good swing, good camera, good video of your swing, good angle, and then obviously you can go back and analyze your session. See, with Mevo Plus as well, you do get the course pack as well to use it as a simulator. I'm not using the course pack, I'm not using the simulation at all. I'm just using the standard Flightscope app and hitting obviously range balls out onto the outfield. So we're testing it in an outdoor environment. Okay, so I'm just going to have a little look here. So you see the distances that I've put up here on the screen. So different shots that I've hit. We can look at the recording as well. So we can look at some of the different shots that I hit as well. So let's have a little look at the recording.
Ready.
So really cool that we've got the playback as well option.
Ready.
Can look at your dispersion side on 3D view. Really cool. And then obviously you've got carry, club speed, ball speed, vertical launch, spin, smash factor, height, flight time, angle of attack, spin loft, and then the launch angle. So the difference that you've got mainly with the Mevo Plus over the Mevo is club speed, you've got smash factor, you've got angle of attack, you've got spin loft, because Mevo will just be giving you the ball data, so your ball speeds, your ball launches, etc. So much more in the Mevo Plus, more data for you to get from your practice session, so that you can, if you are working on specifics, you can see that when you're playing and practicing. So really cool, simple to use Mevo Plus device with the Flightscope app. Okay, so going to compare the Mevo Plus with the Mevo against the father device, X3. That's my teaching device that I use every day. So I've got the X3 running here, got the app running, as you can see on the screen there as well. So we're going to have a little look at my distances with the X3 and then compare them against Mevo Plus and Mevo. Okay, so let's hit a couple of shots on the X3 then. A little bit off the bottom of the face. So 164 carry distance. So immediately, obviously the little Mevo was picking up a longer distance. I was expecting distance to be about 160, 165 in these conditions, even on the slightly poor strikes where the Mevo Plus was coming out at like 150. X3 is read that last shot at 164, as you can see, so 164.8. Okay, so let's have a little look at that distance there. That was a decent strike. So 168 carry distance. And again, solid strike. Let's have a little look at that one. So distance 170 carry distance on that one there. So that's good. So picking up some different distances here with the X3 device compared to the Mevo Plus and the Mevo. So you can just see there the difference. I know that obviously with the Mevo Plus being a newer device now, they're kind of updating the firmware quite regularly, getting quite a lot of feedback. It's a very good device from what I gather. I've not used it indoors, but with the spin dot on the ball, it reads the spin really well, as with the Mevo. Both of them designed sort of to be indoors as well as being outdoors, being radars. But there you go. So that's the X3 compared against the other two devices. Slightly different reads in their distances. But the devices themselves, both the Mevo Plus getting a little bit more club data with angle of attack, etc. And versus the Mevo, which, for a tiny little, it's half the size of a kind of a mobile phone screen. That the data that you get from the Mevo, really cool with the Mevo app as well. Mevo Plus uses the new Flightscope app, as with the X3, that you can use. I know that there's skills testing now available on the Mevo Plus, which is really cool. So you can do your skills testing, which is very good for your distances and your accuracy. So being able to do that on a driving range is cool. Mevo Plus comes with the course pack, so you can use it as an indoor simulator. But there you go, compared it against the daddy device as well, which is the X3. Okay, so to conclude then, Mevo Plus, my review of this product, have to say, absolutely love it. I mean, I'm a Flightscope man, have been since 2011, the original X2, their first kind of flagship launch monitor, which gave club data as well as ball data. So it's amazing to see how they've evolved over the years. I've had the X2, the X2 Elite, the X3, seen Mevo Plus. The company itself, amazing company. Their tracking technology is superb. From being used by tour players, the X3 devices and their premium products, as well as the domestic use product now, which are just brilliant, really have to say. So Flightscope Plus, Mevo Plus, the difference between Baby Mevo and Mevo Plus. So the ball distances that you get: carry, club head speed, smash factor, apex height, flight time, ball speed, spin rate, vertical launch angle. So that's what you get on both devices. In addition to that, you get horizontal launch angle. So that's going to give you an idea of your club face. Landing, lateral landing, angle of attack, total distance, roll distance, spin axis, spin loft, and then the shot shape. So Mevo Plus gives you more ball data and more club data. So you also get with Mevo Plus the simulation as well. So they've got 5 simulated golf courses, 17 practice ranges with mini games, darts games on there as well. Obviously the bore sight camera, and then it being a Wi-Fi device as well. So it's a Wi-Fi hotspot that it connects to. So they're your main differences between Mevo Plus and Mevo. But you're looking at around the £2,000 price point for Mevo Plus versus about £500 for the standard little baby Mevo. Okay, so my conclusion: massive thumbs up for me. Love the device. Think it's absolutely brilliant. Easy to slide. That's the case that you get. Decent hard case with all of the bits that you need in there as well. Decent battery life, enough for a practice session. That's all you need. And you just can put that in your bag, slip that in the big pocket in your bag and take it to the driving range, or carry it in a bag as well, in a rucksack or any kind of, even, you know, a handbag can slip into a handbag nice and easy. So really, really easy to get to the driving range, simple to place it down the line, simple to align it to a target on your driving range. Gets good video of your swing, gives you good visual analysis for feedback, gives you enough club data to then compare with your 2D video as well to work on your technique. Great for your distancing, etc. on the driving range. Skills testing available now with the Skills app, which is an additional price on top of the device. You just buy the Skills app. The Flightscope standard app is very good. You've seen it in use. 5 simulated courses if you use it indoors. Practice driving range again for indoors as well. So a brilliant device for under £2,000. So it's sitting in at around that kind of price point, matching the competitors, those kind of that domestic market, sitting in at around that same price point as well as some of the face-on camera driven devices versus the radar driven ones. So absolutely brilliant. Being a Flightscope user, an essential piece of kit for a serious golfer that wants to practice outdoors and indoors and get valuable feedback from that practice. Thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate your support with the channel. Please like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos, and click on the notifications icon so that when you log on to YouTube, you see my new videos when I release them. Thank you very much. You guys are great.